In the heart of a dense, forgotten forest stood an isolated cabin. Time, worn but resilient, a lone sentinel amongst towering trees. It was here that a man named Tom found himself, seeking solace from the modern world and its incessant chaos. The cabin, though neglected, radiated an ethereal charm that immediately captivated him. He spent his days sprucing up the cabin and exploring the wilderness that stretched as far as his eyes could see. It was on one of these exploratory ventures that he unearthed a mysterious object, a pocket watch, adorned with enigmatic symbols, etched into its old-fashioned brass exterior. The watch was unusually heavy for its size and emanated a chill that felt strange to the touch. Despite its oddities, Tom was drawn to the watch's antiquity and the unspoken stories it carried. When he wasn't busy, he found himself tracing the inscriptions, captivated by their unknown origins. Unfortunately, one day, while absorbed in his examinations, he cut his finger on the edge. A single drop of blood seeped into the watch, immediately causing the hands to spin backward. The cabin, his refuge for quiet and solitude, transformed into an abyss of uncanny occurrences. It grew dark, the air turned icy, and an eerie silence fell, pierced intermittently by whispers that seemed to come from nowhere, yet everywhere, simultaneously. Tom, perplexed and frightened, looked around the room, only for his gaze to fall on the mirror mounted on the wall. Instead of his reflection, he saw an elderly woman, her skin pale as the moonlight, her eyes hollow. She muttered an indiscernible chant before disappearing as swiftly as she had appeared. That night, the woman from the mirror haunted his dreams. He found himself witnessing her life, from her innocent childhood to the horrific end that befell her. Born during the era of witch trials, she was falsely accused and sentenced to a brutal death. In her final moments, she cursed the town and its future generations, binding her tormented soul to the pocket watch, the last gift from her lover. Upon waking, Tom was gripped by an undeniable sense of dread. He attempted to dispose of the watch, burying it deep within the forest, setting it ablaze, even throwing it into the river. But every time, the watch returned, its ticking growing louder and more insistent. Desperate, Tom attempted to give it away to a stranger passing through the town. Relieved when the man accepted it, his relief turned to horror when the same man was found dead the next morning, the cursed pocket watch clutched tightly in his hand. Plagued by guilt and terror, Tom knew he had to break the curse. Recalling the chants from his dreams, he let his blood seep into the watch again while reciting the eerie words. The world around him whirled. The temperature plummeted, and a blood-curdling scream echoed in the cabin before abruptly stopping. When he opened his eyes, the pocket watch lay inert and cold. The constant ticking was gone, replaced by an unnatural silence. The curse was broken, but the trauma it inflicted was not easily forgotten. Haunted by the memories, Tom now lives in his cabin in eerie tranquility, forever marked by the terrifying events linked to the cursed pocket watch. His story remains a chilling reminder of the hidden horrors in seemingly ordinary objects. A warning to us all. When you come across an antique, think twice before claiming it as your own. You never know what terrors it may conceal.